Good morning, YouTube. So it's the next morning, and the guard is here. He's opened up the gates, and so I am waiting. There's a truck that was able to get in front of me. He was able to pull through the side after they opened the first gate up. I don't know what time they opened that first gate up. And so he was waiting for the second gate up, and so the guy came out and opened the second gate up there by that guard shack. And he's very slow with this guy's paperwork. So according to my weather widget, it's about 56 degrees here. It's supposed to get up to close to 100, like 97, 98 degrees for the high. And of course it's nice and dry, very dry air. So after a long time with the guard, I guess the guard has to go through lots of paperwork or something, he finally told me to back into a door, and so they've actually started working on it. Sorry about the dirty windshield. The sun's kind of shining on it at the wrong angle, and it's really making the dirt show up. Anyway, let me roll the window down. If you look there, sort of in the center of the screen, you can see the guard shack, and you can see the truck that was behind me. The guard is taking a very long time with him as well. So the load's been unloaded. It's been a few hours. So I'm parked on a street nearby. Didn't want to start up my 14-hour clock yet for today. So I was able to park along the side of the street near where I unloaded at. And so you can see that everything looks nice and green. And of course it's because they water it, because otherwise it would be gray like everything else is in the desert. But so in any case, the next load picks up at 4 p.m. There goes somebody walking along, going for a walk, I guess. Next load picks up at 4 p.m. in Colton, California. So I'm going to leave here in a while. I think right now it's like 11:36 or something like that Pacific time. So I'm going to leave here in a while, and there's a TA truck stop where, I'm not going to go to the TA truck stop, but near the TA truck stop there's this truck wash that's got on a couple of miles from there. I'm going to get my trailer washed out, and they've got a Subway in there, and I'll probably get Subway for lunch, and then go on over to the place where I picked the next load up at. And the next load goes to Temple, Texas. So I've gotten my trailer washed out, and now I'm parked near the place where I'm going to be picking the next load up at, here at Colton, California. And so I'm parked along the side of a very typical road here. Looks like this place is basically, it's an industrial park, and maybe a lot of people don't realize that Southern California has tons and tons and tons of industry. But anyway, sorry for the wind noise. It's kind of warm out here. It's been interesting to hear all these people that live their lives in the desert complaining about the heat. But I guess they can, because it's May. It's actually should be cooler than this, but it's about 90 degrees, or maybe a little hotter than that, but it's really dry, so it's not bad. Well, what we're looking at is somebody has thrown out a bunch of furniture. Now, I find that kind of interesting. Why only furniture? Somebody tossed their furniture out. It looks like that's all it is furniture, and I don't know, I see some paint cans there, but that's part of like an old couch. And then the cushions, there's another old couch and a chair, you know, some sort of recliner chair over there. and more cushions, and you see a tire, another chair cushion. So there's just a bunch of furniture here. I don't know, there's probably altogether several chairs and then 2 or 3 couches. And I find that pretty interesting why that would be sort of thrown out here along the side of this road. But you never know what you're going to find. So now you can see that I'm waiting in line at the warehouse where I'm picking the load up. And so the line, they've got 2 lines here, and they got this big wide driveway, and things keep moving forward. You know, so the line's moving not super fast, but it's moving. And what's amazing is that look how many trucks have came in behind, you know, and I've, you know, since I've been sitting in the line, there's just a steady stream of trucks that continue to come in. So it's going to be a bit noisy. Anyway, I'm backed into a dock. I've been backed into the dock, I don't know, better part of an hour anyway, and still waiting for something to happen. Nothing has happened yet. And so there's a bunch of other trucks that are backed into docks, and then those trucks on the other side over there are waiting to back into a door. So it's looking like we're all going to be here for a long time. So right now it's 4:41 p.m. Pacific time. Well, I've been here, now it's now 5:45 p.m., so I've been here probably about 2 hours at this point. And so what we're looking at is supper. There's a food truck that's he's just parked in here. There's so many trucks that he just stays put, and he's been here for hours, and probably be here for hours longer. And so he had a bunch of different things, and so this is what I chose. Okay, so it's now many hours later. They finally got the load. They got the load loaded, and then I don't know what the deal was with the paperwork. I waited forever for the paperwork. So they finally called me, and so I got out of there. It was about 9:30 when I went in to get the paperwork. And so I was almost there, you know, enough to make a 10-hour break, close to it. So I'm parked out on the street again, and I'm waiting. Got a little less than an hour to wait, and I'll have 10 fresh hours to start with. So I might as well do that, because I've only, you know, the other hours are in the process of expiring. So, so anyway, the load is loaded, and it goes to Temple, Texas. It looks like they want it. It's the produce, so they kind of want it there as fast as I can get it there. So I'll do whatever I can do. So I received a kind of a troubling phone call earlier today. My middle brother called me and told me basically that my parents had been rear-ended. They were on their way from Arkansas, or from Texas to Arkansas, and they were about 30 miles from Waco, close to a little town of Marlin, Texas. And there was an accident, and so they slowed down for the accident that was ahead, and somebody whoever was behind them didn't, you know, might have been distracted or something, didn't see, you know, who knows, it happens, and didn't have anywhere to go and ended up hitting the back of their car, and I guess sort of knocking them into the ditch. So in any case, they're okay, I guess. I guess they went ahead and called an ambulance, and so they took them in the ambulance and took them to an emergency room to check them out. And that's as far as I know. I haven't talked to them. I figured that their phone, they're probably pretty busy talking on it anyway. So my middle brother decided just to go ahead and go down there and get them, and because I think their car is probably totaled out. Because it was a small car to start with, and you have a severe impact like that, and it doesn't take too much to total cars out these days, especially small cars. So those kind of things happened. I was rear-ended once with a pickup that I have now. That would have been back, I don't know, probably around 2001 when I was working at the eye clinic. Those of you that are familiar with my my story that I've been telling in the podcast for all these years. But in any case, I was I think I was on my way to work maybe, and the traffic had stopped, because it was just busy traffic, lots of traffic, and so it had stopped. And this guy, I guess he was coming up from Fort Smith, and he was bringing his son with him, and he was kind of lost. He was bringing his son to see a doctor somewhere in Fayetteville, Arkansas. There's lots of doctors there, and he didn't see that the traffic was stopped, and he kind of slammed into the back of my pickup. Now, it didn't hurt my pickup at all. But it messed up the grill on. He had some kind of a smaller SUV. It messed up his grill and his, I think his front fender. But it didn't hurt the pickup at all. So, and then my dad has been rear-ended before. When he used to have a pickup, and that was probably around 2006, perhaps 2005, maybe. It was Christmas time, and he was there was lots of traffic that was trying to go shopping or whatever, and he went to get something. He went somewhere to get something, but in any case, the traffic was stopped, and this gal was driving along behind him and didn't see him, and smacked into the back of his pickup, and he was sore after that. He had a sore neck for a while, and I think if I remember the story correctly, his head hit the back window in the pickup, because it was an 80, I don't know, probably 82, 84 pickup, and that was back in the days when they had the little flat headrest that you had to actually pull up out of the seat, and it probably wasn't pulled up out of the seat. Nowadays they just make it so that the headrest is just part of the seat, and there's nothing to pull up. It's just always there, which is better, because if otherwise you're just going to leave the things pushed down usually. So but it happens, and it's kind of a dangerous thing. When the traffic slows, people will get distracted, and what I always say is that, you will get distracted. I don't care how good of a driver you think you are, whatever else, you will become distracted. It's going to happen. So therefore, in order to take that into account and mitigate it, what you've got to do is stay back. Stay out of the pack. I know people will love to run in packs for whatever reason. Stay back. Let those people go if they're in such a damn hurry. And if you've got somebody following you kind of too close, just slow down and make them pass you. And of course, people get all upset with each other because they can't maintain the speed. you know, most vehicles today have cruise control. Use it. Use the cruise control. So, but the big thing is to just stay back away from the other traffic and stay out of those packs of cars. And it's been well known ever since cars came along and started traveling on roadways that for some reason they all love to stick together in a pack, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. It never has. So anyhow, got to cut this off. This is getting way long. So from Colton, California, I'll catch you later.